going in, we all gonna have our favorites and the way we think, but we never know until we see. Because like you say, if Canelo come out that thing hungry, it'll be a tough night.
Listen, Terence Crawford is too good for it to not be competitive for as long as it lasts, right? I just think Canelo is gonna knock him out. I think he's gonna stop him.
The hype around this fight is Canelo's fading because he's getting decisions while he's basically dropping everyone he fights. So I don't see where you're fading at, but Floyd got praised for getting decisions.
Experts see the potential showdown between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford as one that could end in dramatic fashion. Roy Jones Jr., in a conversation with Andre Ward, described it as a true 50-50th fight, noting that both men are exceptional in their own right. However, Jones admitted he slightly favors Canelo, saying, "Everyone naturally has a favorite." He added that if Canelo enters the ring with the same hunger he showed earlier in his career, it could be a very difficult night for Crawford.
First hear about it, Dre, I like a lot of things about the fight. I like that Bud took his time when it beefed up early because he knew it was coming. So when you got time to get ready and get right, that's a big thing. You can't take nothing away from Canelo. Canelo has been there for a while. Great puncher, great boxer puncher. If Bud can take the punch, which we're pretty sure he can do, we're gonna have a good fight on our hands. I think there are several ways for Bud to win it, but one way for Canelo to lose it. I ain't gonna disclose none of that, but that's just my thoughts.
We'll do that as we get closer.
Exactly.
Yeah. But do you feel comfortable saying who you think the winner gonna be?
No, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna feel comfortable saying it because I like both guys. And when you got two guys of their caliber, you can't really count either guy out. You know that yourself.
That's a fact.
Bud is a champion. That says a lot. And on top of that, Bud is still hungry. You understand me? Canelo did his thing too, but I don't know if he got that hunger still left in him. You understand me? And that's what I think, that's the only thing that bothers me. If he's still hungry, then we in for a good night. But if he's not hungry, it's gonna be rough.
Yeah, I agree, man. I know it's gonna be a great fight, and it's not a lot of matchups in boxing that you can guarantee a great night. Like you can guarantee it's gonna be a great fight.
Without a question.
And I say that because just following both guys throughout the years, they both got the intangibles, the stuff you can't see unless you know what you're looking at. The stuff, it ain't an X and O thing. It's here, right? Like it's that stubbornness for greatness. Like Canelo, though he's had some mishaps, he's had some draws, he's had some losses. I feel like if you ask Canelo what happened there, he's got a perfectly good reason why that happened.
Exactly. That's everybody in boxing.
Right.
Boxing analyst Showbiz also weighed in on the highly anticipated matchup, emphasizing that age and proven dominance give Canelo Alvarez the edge. While he acknowledged Terence Crawford's exceptional skill set, he pointed out that Crawford is 3 years older than Canelo, a factor that can make a difference at the elite level. Showbiz highlighted Canelo's status as one of the greatest undisputed champions in boxing history, noting that his track record speaks for itself. In his view, siding with Canelo is the safest pick, citing the Mexican star's experience, power, and championship pedigree as qualities that consistently separate him from his challengers.
That people have for Terence Bud Crawford. But for me, a 38, you guys know my takes, but a 38-year-old welterweight versus Saul Canelo Alvarez, undisputed super middleweight, who is 3 years younger than him. Listen, Terence Bud Crawford is too good for it to not be competitive for as long as it lasts, right? I just think Canelo is gonna knock him out. I think he's gonna stop him. I mean, probably not knock him out cold, but I think he's going to stop him. All right. Now, but what I can say is I saw Terence Crawford, his last workout shit, and for all of you guys who said that this photo was photoshopped and said that this wasn't real and all that shit, look at Terence Crawford's physique. Look, certain stuff you can't fake. Yeah, you could probably up the sharpness here, have certain lighting here, but it doesn't give you more muscles. If you're in shape, you're in shape. It doesn't add muscles that aren't there, like real Photoshop type of thing. Yeah, the lighting was good. He just got a pump out, right, a workout on, pause. But still, this is how he looks right here. Just like you see him in natural light, you see him in black and white. The guy is in dog shape. All right. Another thing I liked about this episode, if you guys got to go to Terence Bud Crawford's channel to see his episodes of him being prepared. I think this is the last one because right now it's fight week. It is fight week, everybody. No turning back now. All right. You got the media workout tomorrow. You got the press conference. I think when was that?
Power on the Portaway podcast. Analysts drew comparisons between Canelo Alvarez's current phase and Floyd Mayweather's money era, suggesting that Canelo has moved beyond simply chasing titles. According to them, he's now at a level where his presence alone shapes the boxing landscape. While some critics argue that Canelo is showing signs of decline, the Nell pushed back on that notion, questioning how a fighter could be declining while consistently defeating every opponent, regardless of their style or background. They hailed him as the greatest Mexican fighter of all time and praised his reign as the most dominant undisputed champion in recent years. In their view, talk of decline says less about Canelo's performance and more about a reluctance to give him the credit he truly deserves.
The point where Floyd was at, where I remember covering Floyd for the Maidana fight, and, my question to him live was, did you really pay $1.5 million for Maidana not to wear these horsehair gloves? And it's like, I don't have to tell you. And that's it. I'm Floyd. I told you I don't have to tell you, and he walks away. It's like, boxing is so different.
Look at this and Floyd's the best fighter of my lifetime. I was a little too young to watch Roy in the early 90s. That would have been a challenge to that claim. But it's I've been saying, like, just as important as his great career has been what he's left behind. And what he's left behind it isn't good. Look what it's producing.
No,
I think everybody agrees with that.
Effect.
Yeah, the Mayweather effect. So,
but there's a double standard because Canelo's in his what would you call it? Money Canelo era?
Yeah.
And to bring it back to the main subject of Crawford and Canelo, the hype around this fight is Canelo's fading because he's getting decisions while he's basically dropping everyone he fights. So I don't see where you're fading at. But Floyd got praised for getting decisions.
Yeah, but
you don't see a fade from Canelo?
That skull fight was rough.
I mean, but that was more. I don't think that was a fade. I don't think that was a fade more than it was self-entitlement, right? It's like, I'm Canelo. I'm not chasing you.
100%.
He didn't win the fight. Like, if we're forget CompuBox, because CompuBox is someone just like me with their Great Adventures clicker going just like this. So I can use my own television and my.
Aid Oladipo offered his final analysis by siding with Terence Crawford. He highlighted Crawford's tendency to start fights with sharp precision and predicted that he would have strong early rounds against Canelo. More importantly, Oladipo emphasized Crawford's reputation as one of the best finishers in boxing, an elite closer who doesn't just win, but often ends fights in dominant fashion. His confidence in Crawford stems from the belief that once Crawford finds his rhythm, he'll be able to control the later rounds and secure a decisive victory.
Shit. Casual fans are like, oh, 1 second, what's going on? Like, is there something going on over there? And I feel like these two would do that. Plus, it's going to be a decent fight.
It will be a decent fight. Do you know who, you mentioned it there, do you know who, not disappointed in terms of how his career has been going, I think it's going quite well, but that he's not a bigger name as Boots Ennis.
Yeah.
That guy has the style, everything, the flair, everything to be a big star, and he's just not. And do you know what I think it is? I'm not having a go at Eddie Hearn or anything. I think it's the matchmaking. I think he's fighting guys, even now, go to 154, he needs those big fights. He needs those big, because at the end of the day, David Avanesian, it's like, okay, he's a good fighter, but like, they're going to put butts in seats.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, there's only so long you can matchmake him against people that we don't care about.
Yes.
Like even Stanionis, unification fight, Stanionis was good, but okay, you beat Stanionis, it has to be a bigger name.
Yeah.
I mean, Virgil Tees has been screaming for you. Erickson Lubin's there, just as something exciting. Another American maybe. Sometimes you need that. Like the American fans won't relate to him fighting non-Americans that we don't even know.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't even know some of these guys that he's fighting, so that doesn't help. Anyway, look, we could go on and on and on and on, but this is Canelo Terence Crawford special.
It is.
Because we are only, so guys, we are filming this on Monday. So we're only, 5 days away.
See, I'm already smiling.
From what people
already smiling
calling
thinking about
Multi-division world champion Nonito Donaire offered a balanced take on the highly anticipated matchup. He acknowledged that Canelo Alvarez has spent years competing and thriving in his weight class, earning his place through countless hard-fought battles. Canelo's natural power at this size, Donaire noted, is undeniable. In contrast, Crawford has yet to fully prove himself at the heavier divisions, and the key question is how well he'll carry the added weight on fight night. Still, despite that uncertainty, Donaire sees the bout as a true 50-50th contest, thanks to Crawford's elite skill set and rare ability to adapt and surprise even the most dangerous opponents.
You know, Canelo's been in this weight for a very long time, and he's gained that body, that experience. He has the power. He has the accolades to show it all off too. And of course, with Terence, I believe is the more skillful fighter, but he's going up a lot of weight classes to get there. He's never fought in 160, so that's a question. Is that weight really gonna affect him or not? The moment he gets hit in the arm or anything like that, is he gonna think otherwise? You know, that's the question. But when it comes down to it, the way they are, Crawford is very skillful. He's very talented. He can box, he can brawl, he can do anything. But then Canelo also has that power to neutralize things. But he's always had problem with people who walks or runs around him or moves around him. So that's the question that we have to. I have to give it a 50-50 because I give Canelo the power, the leverage in this weight. But then I give the skills and the talent and the speed to Crawford. And that's why this is going to be a very, very, very interesting and entertaining fight.
An analyst reflected on the early stages of Canelo Alvarez's boxing journey, highlighting how uniquely his development stood out compared to other fighters. From the very beginning of his training, coaches noticed that Canelo possessed an extraordinary level of natural power, well beyond what was typical for someone his age. While most young boxers develop strength gradually through years of conditioning, Canelo seemed to have it instinctively, which made him stand out even as a teenager in the gym. That raw power, the analyst noted, didn't fade over time. Instead, it became the cornerstone of his professional style throughout his career. Opponents have consistently remarked on the sheer heaviness of his punches and how he systematically wears fighters down over the course of a bout. Even after years of championship fights and high-stakes moments under the spotlight, Canelo's power remains one of his most dangerous and dependable weapons. The analyst emphasized that this long-standing advantage has made Canelo a nightmare for opponents at the elite level. For Terence Crawford, who has yet to face someone with Canelo's unique combination of size, power, and experience, that threat could be especially serious.
Even when Canelo was a young lad, a young Canelito, aka Cinnamon, growing up in Mexico, you hear Eddie Reynoso and Eddie Reynoso's father, who trained Canelo first, talk about how he was a big kid for his age. He was muscled up at 13, 14 when he started boxing in the gyms of Guadalajara. He was knocking out grown men by the age of 15, 16. And I know Terence Crawford was doing the same over in Omaha, Nebraska. My point is, Canelo has always carried some power, carried some strength, carried some devastation in his hands, and that's gone up with him. And I know that people have questioned that because who really carries that kind of power going up? But Canelo's been able to do it. And, you know, people like Manny Pacquiao have been able to do it. Usually you go up, and when you go up in weight, your skill carries the bill. And Canelo has skill, and Manny Pacquiao had skill, but there's still that nasty, nasty power in his hands. And one of the things that we have seen is that Canelo, regardless if he's being outboxed maybe early in fights, or regardless if people have landed on him, look at the Caleb Plant fight, look at the Billy Joe Saunders fight. Again, not saying they're the same talent level, but he has found the button at many points of those fights. Even if he's quote unquote being outboxed, he has found the button. The one place that maybe didn't work as well, or two places I would say, were obviously Floyd Mayweather, Dimitri Bivol, and the Triple G fight, because Triple G was just made out of iron just like Canelo is, right? But usually that power carries him through. So one of his strengths is when he downloads, when he does dissect, when he does find the opening, he's able to capitalize in a big way. And all that boxing you did rounds 1 to 6, it may have you up on the scorecards, but it leaves you vulnerable